Hey everyone, this is Jim Grzanzieff from the Oracle Groundbreakers team, and I'm here with Dan Pham, the Director of Operations for Box Jelly. Dan, welcome.
Hey, glad to be here. I'm happy to have you guys in the space.
Yeah, we are actually on to have a conversation with you because I understand you're a manager here, and we are outside of the Entrepreneurs Sandbox in Honolulu. This is for Unvoxed Hawaii, our 2-day event. But I wanted to get a sense from you about this, actually this building here, this facility, this remote work. What's going on here? You're one of the managers, or just clarify how you actually fit in here.
Right. So this is actually a public facility. So it was finished construction in March of 2019. We didn't come on as a private partner until about May of 2019. So we basically help manage the space, manage the members, manage the community, and then we also push out unique programming. So the site you see behind you is basically, it's a space to help diversify Hawaii's economy. It was created because the Hawaii Technology Development Corporation really saw a need towards how do we keep people who are from Hawaii in Hawaii. The bottom line is just that there's not enough jobs that are paying enough, so they wanted to create a high-tech facility where people can get trained. So with that in mind, they did all the planning, and then 5 years after that planning, they finished the building and they brought us on as partners. So we've been doing, I'm from Box Jelly, so we've been doing co-working in Hawaii since 2011. So early on in the co-working industry, but we've been around for a while and we built a reputation. So trust in the community, and they wanted that kind of expertise to help them run the space.
Interesting. So actually, I want to follow up on a couple of these issues. So we're here. This is Unvoxed Hawaii. This is an unconference. This is Chris Thallinger from your Twitter is organizing this, and we have about 60 or 70 people inside from all companies, developers all over the world, and some of them are local as well. So we're using this space for our conference, right? But you mentioned co-work. How does it work? How does it actually this function for? Is this something you do with groups like us all the time? And if we're not here, who's using this space?
So typically, there's a lot of different type of organizations that come in. So sometimes we'll have Amazon Web Services or Red Hat or Sirius who will come in and they'll actually use this open space as a training facility. And a lot of that is just because, again, it's all pushing towards how do we develop local talent for tech. But most of the times if we have an event in the open space, we'll divert some of our coworkers into the other space. So this space is actually, there's many different rooms. So there's classrooms, there's a large training room, there's actually a production studio that we have in back as well, and then we have 2 small conference rooms. So usually when these types of events happen, we can shuttle people around. But the idea is to kind of get the space activated, get as many people in as possible, and then try to spark creativity and innovation in new ways, right?
So you do conferences, but it's also for individuals as well.
Correct. So we operate a lot like a normal co-working space, which is basically a monthly subscription or a daily, like a day pass. So people can come in and they can use our main event, collaboration co-working space for about $85 a month, and that includes a Beaky membership for limited 30-minute rides. But again, we wanted to lower the threshold for people to come in to the space and get to work. The other thing is that we have day passes, so people, if, let's say, for example, you're stopping off and you just need a quick place to work, then you can hop in for $15 a day. And then we also have more private spaces that start at $375 and up. And basically that gives you access to the space 24/7, and it's not really disrupted by events that happen in the main space.
Interesting. Okay, so if I'm just an individual, I'm traveling for my company, I need some space to hold some meetings locally or whatever, I can come here for $15. I get internet and whatever. I just use the facilities, and right behind us is the ocean, and Waikiki is actually down south there. So you have a convenient location.
Right, and convenient location. It's still like kind of a new area that's a little bit underdeveloped. So it's the idea is that if this space is successful, then they're going to build out something what they call the innovation hub for this space. So we're talking about incubators, like entire tech facilities. So we're hoping that the site will be kind of like a beacon for economic diversity in Hawaii, but also kind of serve as kind of like the pioneer for this innovation block.
Interesting. One of the things that Chris mentioned that he wanted to do in terms of this conference here, because last year we were up in the North Shore, we were far away from everybody. He specifically wanted to locate the event here in Honolulu because he was interested in building a community locally, and this interests me because you mentioned this is actually a public building. So how does it work in terms of this? I guess the state of Hawaii owns this building?
Correct. Well, yeah. So we all residents of Hawaii own this building. And it's made possible again through HDC, who kind of wrangled all the funds and made sure we got federal, state, and private funding. But ultimately, again, the mission of the building is to service these citizens of Hawaii, and also to try to help them, give them different ideas of how can we shape our own destinies and our future, right? And there's a lot of investment when it comes to all these private corporations or Hawaii businesses who are buying into this concept as well. We have Central Pacific Bank, Servco, Hawaiian Air, Hawaiian Telecom, First Hawaiian Bank, and PAXA, who are all basically trying to figure out a way of developing our workforce and becoming more tech ready. So public facility, but a lot of strong private partnerships. And again, I think everyone understands the need for us to all grow together, and it's not necessarily distinct things, right? It's we all need to grow together.
Well, it's very interesting. I'm glad we came here. It's a whole new concept for me, actually. So I'm just learning it. So I really appreciate you explaining everything to me. And yeah, you got plenty of space here. So actually, physical space. Actually, to build out more of these types of facilities. So, with that, is there anything else you'd like to add?
We really appreciate conferences like Unvoxed, things that really kind of push the envelope and get people thinking outside the box. It makes us feel good when we can provide space for you guys. So, we welcome all sorts of professional events or things that are kind of pushing the boundaries of, what we think of is disrupting or, what's traditional or conventional. So, yeah.
Dan, thank you very much for coming by. I appreciate it. Talk to you guys soon. Bye-bye now.